Hi, welcome to Mindtopia. I'm Mara. This is Seema. Today's date is January 30th, 2017. I had VSG surgery on August 15th, 2016. You don't want to be on the video? And by Dr. David Newman of Central Carolina Surgery in Greensboro, North Carolina. My high weight was 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 192 pounds. My goal weight is between 140 and 180, and I'm 5'8". So today's sort of a mixed bag of what's going on with me. Today's my birthday, my 46th birthday, and yesterday was my 21st wedding anniversary, but it was also the day that I had to put my oldest kitty, Isha, to sleep. She was 14 years old, and we'd had her since she was 3 months. But she had renal failure, and it was time, so. Anyway, Seema wanted to be held. She's our littlest one. So I did some math, and I am, according to the BMI scale, which is not really all that accurate, but good enough for my purposes, I am now only overweight and no longer obese. I haven't been this size since my freshman year in college, probably. So that's pretty exciting. So let's see. I was 18 then, and I'm 46 now. So yeah, that was a while ago. Excited about it, but it doesn't really make all that big of a deal to me in the sense that being overweight or obese or even normal weight is just it's just a part of the scale. It's just part of a randomized scale where they tell you how much you should weigh, and it doesn't really matter because, honestly, you have to be where you feel healthy. If you feel healthy at 250 pounds, then you should be 250 pounds, and if you feel healthy at 120 pounds, then try to be 120 pounds. I feel pretty healthy, for months now I've been off of all my medications and no longer on the CPAP for a few months, and able to do a lot more than I used to, like physically, able to move around more and go up and down the stairs more and just be more active, which is really what I want. I want to be healthy, and I want to be able to do things like travel. So there I am. Apparently I was there 3 weeks ago, and I just didn't do the math on it because for my height, according to the BMI scale, I at 195 was considered just overweight. Definitely still, things are still moving around in my body. Changes, even when I was at 195 for a couple of weeks, I could tell, like, some of my clothes that I had bought right before I had the surgery or right after I had the surgery, when I was still when I couldn't fit into them, they are now too loose on me. Like I'm wearing sweatpants today because I've been cleaning, and they started to fall off. They're sliding down my hips. Oh, that was the other thing, like an NSV, I guess. Last week I was standing talking to my mom, and I put my hands on my hips, and I was like, what's that? That feels weird. And then I realized it was actually my hip bone, which I have no memory of ever feeling my hip bone. So, so that's a little strange, like bones and veins and stuff are coming up, like you can actually see veins in I can see my veins in my hand now. I've always been, so for most of my adult life, I've been a really hard stick when it comes to somebody needing to get blood or access to my veins, to put a needle in for surgery or whatever. But now it should be no problem because my veins are easier to get to because I have less fat between my skin and my veins. And also because, it's going to take a little while for my veins to lower themselves in my skin and body, to be back to the level that they'll need to be for where I am with the heat and stuff. The other thing that I meant to tell you last week, and I totally forgot what it was, but I remembered now, is last week or a couple weeks ago at my, sorry, I got quite the glare on my glasses, at my local group. Let me see if I can get that better. Okay, so at my local group, they had a plastic surgeon come to talk to us, and it was interesting because she was answering all the questions that people had, and I have been thinking about this for a while, that so I've lost, well, for my high weight now, I've lost 108 pounds, and my breast size has not gotten any smaller. The band around has gotten smaller, but the breast size itself has not gotten any smaller. And most people, most women say, well, I guess men too, say that their breasts get smaller, and that's a problem. But then I thought I put this online on some groups, and to get like a feeling about this. That I thought, my theory was that if you were young and not very overweight, when you got your breasts, whatever your current breast size is, like I have been, and I might have said this in other videos, I've been a D or a double D since I was like 11 years old, 11, 12 years old, which may be very popular, but that's a different story. So as I gained weight, my breast size really didn't go up very much. I mean, so my band size obviously went up as I got bigger around, but my breast size didn't really get any larger from the time that I was like in 7th or 8th grade. So, so I asked the plastic surgeon about this. I said, so if a girl is, say, 11, 12, 13, whatever, when she goes through puberty, and she gets a size C breast, and she gains a bunch of weight, and it goes up to like even an E breast, will she go back down to a C, or will she go past a C? And the doctor said that she'll probably go down to a C, because that's, even though breast tissue is fat, the breast tissue will go back to a certain size. So but if you get your breasts when you're older, because you gain weight, or you have kids or whatever, then your breasts are going to get larger, and then they're definitely going to go down. She also said that if you had fibrous breasts or denser breasts, then your breast size will probably not change that much, or it'll go back down to the size that it was when you went through puberty. So if you went through puberty and you had an A cup, then you'll probably go back down to an A cup, which I thought was very interesting, because I've been thinking about this for a while, that I thought that if you were that if you were young and you had your same size breasts as an adult that you had when you were a teenager, that you probably wouldn't go back down much past that, because you think about it, especially if you weren't, like I was heavy. I suppose it would be considered in the overweight class or the high normal class when I went through puberty. And so now that I'm losing weight, I haven't been losing any weight in my breasts, which made a lot of people in my group very jealous, because that's not the same. They have not had the same luck with that, but that's just part of me. So as I said, I lost my cat yesterday, and it definitely brought home for me that I am not an emotional eater. I am probably the opposite. I had like 2 glasses of tea yesterday, the whole day, and one protein bar, and then 1 piece of no carb or low carb French silk pie that I had made from my husband's anniversary, and that was it for the whole day. And I really didn't even really want to have the pie or the protein bar, but I needed to take some medicine because I had a headache from being so stressed out about putting my cat to sleep that that I just needed to take some medicine, and Tylenol makes me really sick to my stomach, so I have to take it with food. So I just had to. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, I just had to eat something. Neither one of them tasted very good or whatever. And today it's been pretty much the same thing. I got up, I had some salami and cheese for breakfast, and then I took my medicine, and then I've been cleaning all day, and then I just had another small piece of pie so I could take some more Tylenol, because all the cleaning has really aggravated my shoulder. And but I'm having dinner tonight because my husband and I were going to celebrate for our anniversary. We got these really nice fillets, but neither one of us felt like eating last night, or at least eating a big hunk of steak. There, Seema will now photobomb me. So anyway, so I guess that's just about it. Yeah, interesting to think. I knew that I always felt like I wasn't an emotional eater. I was a physical pain eater, feeling sick to my stomach eater, but nothing to do with my emotions. Even when I'm happy, I don't tend to eat because I'm happy. I generally would eat because I'm hungry, but I would overeat. Over time, as you know, your stomach just stretches and it becomes harder to fill it. And there were some years ago, probably when I was about 300 pounds, I was one of those people that would eat until they were sick, and I did stop that because I got to the point where I was eating. Both my husband and I were eating until we'd get so sick that we'd have to take Pepcid after every meal, which just obviously there's that drives home that there's something wrong. So okay, so I hope everyone's well, everything's going great. If you have any questions, comments, etc., if you like this video, click the thumbs up, like, whatever. Subscribe to me if you're not a subscriber. That'd be great. I do a weekly video, almost always on Mondays because I had my surgery on Monday. So I try to do it on Mondays, but sometimes things happen. In 2 weeks, I will be right around 2 weeks, I will be doing my 6-month update, and that will include a picture that went along with my all my other even month pictures and measurements. So I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope that everything's great. Bye.